Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. The day has arrived. We have been waiting for this Qwen3 model for quite some time now. I already have shown you how to get it installed locally in full precision by using this video. As you can see, in this video I'm going to show you how you can easily install this new Qwen3 model with Ollama. If you don't know what Ollama is one of the easiest tools to run large language models locally. Before I show you the installation and we play around with it, let's talk a bit more about this newly released Qwen3 model, which was much awaited. This is one of the most advanced and intelligent systems to date, and we saw that in our thorough testing in this video. This model comes in both dense and mixture of expert flavors, and it is available in various sizes if you go through the collection on Hugging Face or Model Scope. So for instance, if you look at this one, not only it comes in zero point 0.6 billion but also in 1.7 billion, 4 billion, 8 billion, 14, 32 and various other sizes. It is really good between logical reasoning, math and coding. You can switch between thinking mode and non-thinking mode. Non-thinking mode is for general purpose chat, whereas thinking mode is for logical reasoning. So, and we will be testing all of these out in subsequent videos, so stay tuned. We already have done so, but I will be doing more and more coverage of this model because there is so much to cover. Anyway, so for this one, for the quick testing, I would suggest, if this is the first time you are using Qwen3, go with Ollama. First up, make sure that you have Ollama installed, and if you already have installed, make sure to upgrade it. For upgrade, for install, all you need to do is to just click on download from ollama.com, and then from here, for Windows and Mac, just download these executables and run. For Linux, just get this command. I am going to use it on my Ubuntu system, where I have this GPU card NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM, courtesy Massed Compute. You can also rent it from them for very cheap prices. You can find their link in video's description with 50% off discount coupon. Now, if I quickly show you, I already have my Ollama installed, so I'll just say sudo systemctl start ollama.service, and now if I do Ollama list, it should show me that I have this this model installed, but I need to upgrade it. In order to upgrade, first run this command. This is going to download the new version of Ollama, so let's wait for it. And the new version of Ollama is installed. Let's restart the service and reload the daemon. Okay, and now you can see that now we are at the latest version. Let me clear the screen. Let's go back to Ollama's website, and from here simply type Qwen3 at the top. Go to Qwen3, and then from here you can see it is available in all the flavors. I already have discussed its architecture in the previous video if you're interested, but for this one I'm just going to go with this 8 billion one. So I'm just going to copy this from here and go back and run it on my prompt, and this is going to download the model. It is going to verify the checksum and then will return us the result. While it does that, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are Camel AI. Camel is an open source community focused on building multi-agent infrastructures for finding the scaling laws, with applications in data generation, task automation, and world simulation. Okay, so the model is done, but I'm not going to test it out here. I will simply use OpenWeb UI, and then we will be using its interface. Okay, so for that, let me quickly create a virtual environment with Conda. And now let me serve this OpenWeb UI after installing it. And there you go, our Qwen3 model is running. Let's start chatting with it. And I'm going to say, oh, introduce yourself. Okay, so it is thinking. There you go. Let's check out the thinking. And then it is again checking out what exactly it is doing in terms of the prompt. And then it is um, creating a plan as how it should respond to the user. And then it is also asking it that I should also invite them to ask questions. Hola, soy Qwen. And then it is responding in Spanish. Okay, no problem. And you see the emoji, right? Next up, I'm just asking it a hypothetical question that at the Multiverse Entrepreneurs Expo, inventors from parallel realities pitch their wildest new tech startups like anti gravity sneakers for slugs, instant existential crisis apps. Write an enthusiastic summary of the two top pitches. So it is sort of a startup tech pitches. Let's check out the thinking, which is always very, very interesting. It is understanding the context and it is making it crystal clear, and then it has decided that it is going to go for quantum coil, then time twisting t, very nice. And then you see, so the instruction tuning is quite good, but one problem which we can immediately see, it is responding in Spanish for some weird reason. So I don't think so there is any a reason why it should do so, because I'm just asking it in English. So maybe I'll just ask it respond in English. And it's thinking in English, by the way. There you go. Now much, much better. Because maybe I started it in the same chat where we were talking, so maybe that is why. Anyway, so you see it has now gone with some sort of anti-gravity sneakers, and then the second one is this quantum balance system, or sorry, instant existential crisis app, and then it is describing its key features and then also concluding it. Pretty good. And if you look through the sentences, they are crystal clear, following the instruction, and of very high quality, concise, but really, really good stuff. Okay, let's check out another one. I'm asking it, birds have wings, they say, but of course they have no way of verifying this. If you were a bird, how would you verify this? Let's check out the thinking. Thinking process is quite interesting. You see, so it is understanding the question, it is checking if it's a metaphor or a philosophical inquiry, and then user's intent. That is very interesting. And then user's background could be someone who enjoys speculative scenario or is interested in the philosophy of knowledge. So it is imagining now bird's perspective. Very nice. And then it is talking about the paradox of the bird. If I were a bird, I would live the verification. Wings are my language, my identity, my default. So flight as proof, observation of others. Very nice. It says in the end, a bird doesn't verify its wings, it lives them. The question itself is a human one, a loop of self doubt. We birds don't need to ask, do I have wings? We just are. But wait, what if I'm penguin? Then I have to rethink everything. Very nice. The model is quite witty, you can tell. Okay, next up, I'm asking it, give me a short comedy routine about being a tourist in Sydney. Make sure the routine is not lame. Let's see. So again, and if you really, closely look at these responses, they are not only insightful but very elegantly articulated. Look at this. First, I should set the scene. Maybe start with arriving in Sydney because it's about tourist and initial excitement, just like a tourist one. And I need to make sure the human is relatable and not forced. Very nice. And it's talking about all the Sydney stuff like Sydney Skybus or Bridge Walk. And then look at this. Here I am tourist in Sydney. Let me tell you, it's like the universe decided to throw a literal party and I got the VIP pass. But here's the thing, I don't know the rules. First I tried to take a photo of the opera house. I stood there for 20 minutes, adjusting my hat, squinting at the camera, and finally realized opera house isn't a person, it doesn't look at me, just I'm not sure. Okay, that was, I'm not sure if it's lame or not. There you go. So this one is nice, flat white. This is a kicker talking about Bondi Beach. So the thing is that the response is quite grounded. So which I will give full marks to it. Okay, so I'm just going to maybe create a new chat here, and I'm just going to go into the new chat. Let me select it. And as this model is heavily multilingual, supports around 119 languages. So let's check it out for world's top 50 languages. And I am asking it to translate this I love you in all these languages. Let's see if it is able to do that. The one which we tested here in the first video, I think it was just zero point 0.6 billion one. It was unable to do so. But hopefully this one would be better. So it is thinking, it is going about all the languages. Let's see what it produces. Meanwhile, let's also quickly check the VRAM consumption. It's a quantized version, not the full one. So anyway, nonetheless, we will check. So it is consuming close to 7 gig of VRAM. And it is producing something. Let it finish. So I'm not going to bother about thinking, but you can see for English, French, Spanish, I think looks great. Yep. You know what? I think all of them are good. But if you are that language speaker, please also confirm. For me, I think looks quite good. Even this Quechua looks good to me as per Google Translate. And then it is talking about ancient runes. That is just a fun thing. I don't even know where exactly this language is spoken. It is spoken by Tuvans of Siberia. Very nice. So this is a new. This is amazing. And then you can also, of course, talk more about it. Okay, next up, let's ask it a logical question. So I'm asking it that imagine you are at supermarket in front of 3 fridges full of frozen chicken packets. Fridge 1 has 80% of stale chicken, fridge 2 has 90% of stale chicken, and fridge 3 has 99% of stale chicken with lot of germs on them, while 1% of them are fresh and edible, and then it is the cheapest one. From which fridge you would pick up the chicken packet, as you need to cook chicken tonight? And I'll just fix this typo. Let's see if it prefers price or the health of the family. Look at the thinking. Really, it's always fascinating to just check out this thinking. But the main thing for me is that not only it is quite balanced, as you can see, it's not too long. It only thinks wherever it's necessary. It is quite informed, and once the answer is given, it is quite reflective. So you see that it has done all the thinking, and then the answer is quite concise that these are the key consideration, these are the cost, this is the objective, and then this is analysis, and conclusion is given the need for a fresh chicken and a single purchase constraint, the best choice is fridge 1 as it provides the highest probability of success and most reliable option. And then it has given us this fridge 1. Pretty good. What do you think? Okay, let's try out a math one. Okay, so the math one, I'm asking it to find me the limit of this sequence. This is a mathematical analysis one. And for the mathematical questions, reasoning and logical step-by-step chain of thought is always important, and that is what it is doing. Checking and then also exploring the alternatives, which looks quite good and grounded. So far, so good. It is even simplifying the term, which is amazing. And then this is the final answer, which it is producing step by step, as you can see. And the value of limit is this. Yes, totally correct. Yes. And look at all the stuff it has done wonderfully well. Okay, so let's ask it a coding question. I'm asking it to produce me a C++ program that solves the n-queens problem using backtracking. This should be fun. So look, so far I think language, logic, probability, math, coding, you can tell that, already it is producing a very, very well written code. And it is just an 8 billion model, and I believe it's a Q4 quant. So still the performance is really, really world class. Let's wait for it. And there you go, it is producing the answer. So if I go here, this is a solution overview. I love the way it produces this summary, the problem, and then the output. This is C++ implementation. There you go, and these are key features, even example output. So it seems it has run the code, and this is the usage, and this is the summary. Spot on. So look, very impressive Qwen3. I can't really wait to test out all the other models in this family. So stay tuned. I will be covering it to the hilt. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.